When you use Zelle for everyday money transfers, one question eventually comes up: does Zelle have a limit? Today, I will walk you through everything you need to know about Zelle transfer limits, how they work, why they exist, how to increase them, and what to do if your bank restricts you more than you expected. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much you can send, how often you can send it, and how to avoid failed payments. Zelle itself does not set transfer limits. Instead, your individual bank or credit union controls the amount of money you can send in a single transaction, per day or per month. That means two people using Zelle can have completely different limits depending on where they bank. For example, someone using Bank of America may have a higher limit than someone using a small local credit union, even though both are using the same Zelle network. Most major banks set daily transfer limits that range between $500 and $3,500. Weekly limits usually fall between $1,000 and $10,000, depending on your banking history and the type of account you hold. Institutions like Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, Capital One, and U.S. Bank each have their own internal rules. Some offer higher limits to long-term customers, business accounts, or users with strong account activity. Others keep limits lower to reduce fraud risk. If your bank does not support Zelle or only offers very small limits, Zelle will place a standard limit of around $500 per week. This applies mainly when you use the standalone Zelle app instead of accessing Zelle through your bank's app. In that case, Zelle uses a universal limit because it cannot verify your financial profile directly through a partnered bank. You may wonder why these limits exist in the first place. Banks use transfer limits to protect customers from scams, fraud, or accidental large transfers. Zelle is a real-time system, meaning transfers cannot be reversed once they are sent. Because of that, banks keep limits in place to control risk. It is not about restricting users, but about keeping the system secure from high-value fraudulent activity. If you want to increase your Zelle limit, there are several steps you can take. The first option is to contact your bank directly and ask if they can raise the limit based on your account history. Some banks increase your limit automatically after consistent use, while others allow manual adjustments on request. You can also upgrade your bank account type if your institution offers higher limits for premium or business accounts. Another option is to split large payments into smaller transfers, although this is not always convenient. If your transfers keep failing or showing messages like limit exceeded or unable to process, it usually means you have reached your daily or weekly limit, even if you have not realized it. Banks may also block transfers if they think the activity looks unusual, especially when sending money to someone new. In such cases, contacting your bank's support team is the quickest way to clear the issue. Before sending large payments, always confirm your bank's specific Zelle limits. You can usually find this information in your bank's mobile app, on the official website, or by calling customer service. Limits may also change without notice, especially during periods of increased fraud alerts. If you use Zelle for business payments or regular high-value transfers, consider opening a business account with a bank that offers higher Zelle limits. Not all banks support Zelle for business use, but those that do generally set higher limits and provide additional protection for transactions. Zelle is one of the fastest ways to move money, but understanding your limits ensures you avoid failed transfers and unnecessary delays. Whether you are sending money to family, paying for services, or handling side hustle transactions, knowing your daily and weekly limits puts you in full control. So yes, Zelle does have limits, but the exact numbers depend entirely on your bank. The more you use your account, the more likely your limits will increase over time. Always double-check your bank's policy, confirm your available limit before sending large amounts, and keep your account secure. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more finance guides like this one.